You can change. You can be a better you. In this video, we're going to talk about why you can change and how you can change. Hello, welcome to Tommy Talks, where we strive to add value to your life by encouraging you and sharing what we're learning through this journey of life. One of the lies that we come to believe is that we are just who we are. We can't change. We are what we were born into. We're our family of origin. We are our upbringing or our feelings. What the world and our fears tell us is simply not true. So, first of all, thank you all who have been subscribing and liking my videos. If you like what I have to say today or anytime, feel free to share, subscribe, like, and comment. The comments are really helpful. Let me know what you're liking about this, what I can do better, and just if this is adding value to you. So in this video, we're going to talk about changing your life and how you can do it, why you can do it. I want you to believe. That's the first step. Believe that you can change your life, because you can. If you're a believer like me, I believe in the Word of God. And the Word tells us we can renew our minds or change our thinking in Romans 12:2. If you're not a believer, science also backs this up. It tells us about neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is known as brain plasticity, and it's the ability of the brain to change continually throughout an individual's life. So you're not stuck. Your brain can change, and if you can change this, you can change other things, but we'll get to that. So if we can renew our brains, our minds, our thinking, we can change our thinking. If we can upgrade our thinking, then we can upgrade our actions. And if we can upgrade our actions, then we can change the outcomes of our lives. Excited yet? So if we can change the outcomes of our life, then we're not stuck. We're not stuck in the same patterns. If you're wanting to lose weight, you can lose weight. If you're like me and you're working on improving your finances, you can improve your finances. Whatever the case is, knowing that you can change is the first step. Coming to believe it, knowing that it's possible. Because so often we feel like we're just stuck. We're just trapped. I've been there myself. I remember a long time ago having a night where I just kind of I was sitting there and I was going through my mind and I was complaining about so many things in my life. And it just hit me. Tommy, you're not doing anything about it. And nothing's going to change if you don't do anything about it. I believe in prayer. I believe God can help us. But if all we're doing is saying, Lord, help me lose weight, but we're not adding some exercise to that or diet to that or changing anything, then I don't know that God's going to see that and want and desire to help us in that. So believing change is possible is the first step in making new things happen in your life. The next step is to, like I said, start taking action, make a plan. Start small. That's the first thing I would tell you in this. Don't try to fix everything you don't like about yourself or your life at one time. If you do too much at once, you're most likely to feel overwhelmed and give up. I've been there. Speaking just strictly for myself, I've been in that overwhelmed feeling that there was just too much that I needed to do and I just couldn't handle it all. So start small. Once you start, you're going to mess up. Let me just get that out of the way. You're going to fail. What's taken you all your life to this point today while you're watching this video to build the habits and things that you have in your life, you're not going to change them in one day. So acknowledge from the start that you're not going to be perfect. Start small. Give yourself grace. Don't excuse every action that you take. Don't just use knowing that you're going to fail as an excuse to do nothing or to just, try for one day and give up. But realize that you're going to make those mistakes. And when you do, stop. Think over what you did and what you could have done differently, and then start again. Just pick up right where you were and start again and keep going. It's those small, consistent things that truly lead to change in people's lives. So just strive to be consistent in your plan. Think also about which thing to start with, because sometimes there's one thing in our lives that if we can change it, it's a key to the other dominoes falling. And for most of it, it's our thinking. If we can work on our thinking, if we can be more positive, once we start believing that we can change things, we start looking at what we're taking into our lives. If you have a lot of negative people in your life, If you can change some of that, do. Sometimes we're in situations where we can't always change. So change what you can. Change what you're watching on TV. Change what you're listening to. Change what you're reading. All of those things. I personally, after I recovered from panic attacks I had several years ago, in my growing and learning process and coming out of that, I really got into podcasts. There were things I could do, could listen to a podcast while I did something like wash dishes, take a walk, go for a run, or even at work. Some people can listen to music or things at work. So putting those positive vibes in your mind can really help. I'm going to try to put together a list soon of some of the podcasts that I listened to when I was going through. But one person who came to the top of my mind right away was Dr. Caroline Leaf. I highly recommend her podcast if you're not already listening to it, or you can check out her videos on YouTube. She was very beneficial in helping me come to think in terms of neuroplasticity and realize how the mind worked and how it could change. It could grow and become better. And then she led me to other people who also put positive things in my life. So maybe start with your thinking, what you're putting into your mind. But whether it's overeating, anger issues, maybe you want to read the Bible more or pray more, whatever it is, find a place to start and start. Stop doing like I used to do, researching everything, finding every minute detail. That's great. If you want to research and learn more, do that. I highly recommend it. But start. First thing is to start. Just take one small step and keep going. We have the internet now, and we can there's no excuse for not knowing where to start, or finding a plan. Google what you want to do and look for things that other people do. Look for success stories. Build yourself up, encourage yourself. I used to think for some reason that encouraging myself was cheating. Like, how dumb is that? It's not cheating. It helps you. Find Instagram or Facebook pages that will encourage you, YouTube pages like this one that will help encourage you and push you moving forward. Find if it's weight loss you want, or a house that you're looking to get and you want to help save money and you want to keep your finances, find a picture of that house and put it on your wall or on your mirror somewhere and look at it every day and keep that goal in front of you, what you're going for, and that will help keep you motivated. So once you've decided what you're wanting to do, what you want to change, once you started putting those positive steps in place and started watching what you're putting into your mind, find a plan to accomplish it and keep pushing forward. You know now that you can change. I'm telling you though, it's not always easy. This video isn't to tell you that you can change your life in 3 simple steps and you're going to become a millionaire and look like Brad Pitt or Angelina Jolie tomorrow. That's not what this is. This is real. And the truth is you can change, but it's not always easy. Sometimes it's a hard, long process. Another thing that science has learned is, when I go back to the thing I said earlier about you spent your whole life becoming who you are and the habits that you have. Well, science has learned it takes an average of 66 days to form a habit, to truly form it. And it can even take as long as 8 months, okay? Now you're a little more sober. I'm taking you down a little bit, but that's okay. And having that knowledge lets you go back to giving yourself that grace. If you know it's going to take between 66 days and 8 months for something, then when you mess up that one time, when you have that chocolate or that ice cream when you were supposed to have a salad, you can look at yourself and go, hey, this is a process. This is a thing that I'm going to have to work on for a long time, but it's going to work. Find one small thing. I use weight loss a lot because it's something I've had to do a few times in my life. And I used to think, I want to lose 20 or 30 pounds. And that sounds like a lot. But when you think instead of losing 1 pound a week, that can come from small changes, especially to start. Maybe give up a certain food, walk more, get more exercise, more natural exercise that you can keep up. Make small changes, eat less. Maybe don't even take one certain thing out of your diet. Maybe just eat less of what you're already eating. But find simple, consistent, sustainable things that you can do. But if you start off by saying, I'm going to start training for a marathon and I'm only eating salads every day, most of us don't have that kind of self-determination and self-control that we can do that, and we're setting ourselves up for failure. We're going to do great for like a day or two, and then the next thing we're going to be watching TV, eating Cheetos, and not even walking. So don't do that. As a follower of Christ, I highly recommend prayer and scripture reading in this journey of change. I believe that can be very helpful. I believe finding a community of believers that you can put around you can help accelerate change. In today's time with COVID going on, as I'm recording this right now, it's January 2021, so COVID's in full swing right now. It's harder to find community. A lot of churches are closed or doing online churches and things like that. But get the people around you that you can. Use the cell phone, use your computer, whatever you have that you can put people around you to hold you accountable. Send text messages to people and let them know what your goals are and ask them to help you in meeting these goals. And they can do that. If you don't have the right people in your life, you know, the truth is we make these videos sometimes and everybody assumes that everybody has a lot of supportive people in your life. But the truth is, and I've been there at times in the past myself, I didn't have many supportive people in my life and it was hard. But there are groups online that can help you with that too. There's Facebook groups. Just do a Google search and see if there's groups of people going through the things you are, and you can connect that way through the internet. It's a great tool. So knowing that change is possible, even if it takes time, frees you to pursue the possibilities in your life. You don't have to be stuck in the same routines, the same things. I won't lie and say that changing is easy. Sometimes the journey is long and hard, and we often have to make sacrifices and push through difficult times. I can tell you though, there is hope and you're not stuck and you can change. Check out my blog at tommy-nunley.com. It goes by hashtag Tommy Talks, as same as the YouTube channel. I really hope you enjoy the content. Again, like, subscribe, share if this helps you at all. Thank you.